So I'd like to do a quick video about defining your own happiness. In our culture, there's so many messages about what it means to be happy, and a lot of them revolve around settling in your own home and settling down with a partner and settling down with a steady job and having sufficient income and security. That seems to be what society tries to portray as happiness. And in the last few days I've sort of come to blows a bit with a few members of my family because they are supposedly worried about me because they see the fact that I'm moving around from place to place quite a lot in my life, and therefore it obviously is a reflection of the fact that I'm not happy. And I feel so frustrated. I actually feel quite saddened that my own family, no matter how honest I am with them and how much truth I share with them from my heart, they just don't seem to get it. They don't seem to get that for us as a family, happiness doesn't mean being in one place for a very long period of time. We very much view life as an opportunity for growth and development and learning more about ourselves, and as I keep saying again and again, living in tune with our hearts and what we want to do, and almost kind of in a flow of where life takes us, and that life's more about experiencing things rather than just stagnating in one place. Now, I'm not saying that staying in one place is a negative thing either. It's about our own individual definitions of happiness and flowing with whatever that is. I mean, of course, if you live somewhere and you're very, very happy in the environment, you love your house, you love the area, why on earth would you move? You wouldn't move, would you? But to stay in an area, to stay in a place that's no longer serving you, that you just don't feel is right, just because settling is supposedly makes you happy, is just a complete nonsense. It's an absolute absurdity, like so many other cultural ideas. It's absolutely absurd that a career and lots of money give you freedom. They don't. For most people, a career actually takes up so much time. I mean, we're meant to be one of the most intelligent species on the planet, and yet compared to all the other species on the planet, we're there slogging away doing all this work for someone, most of the time, to line someone else's pockets rather than our own. Okay, we might get a large salary, but it's nothing compared to what the person at the top's getting. And a lot of the time we'd be better off if we were self-employed, but that's something else that isn't really encouraged in our society. Yes, people are aware of it, but it's not, when you go through school, when you go through university, it's all about the career. There's not really much, or certainly there wasn't when I was at university or school, anything pushed or even mentioned about being an entrepreneur or being self-employed. And also this idea that happiness comes from buying bricks and mortar, it just so frustrates me, because a lot of people I know are stuck in bricks and mortar that they no longer want to be in. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with buying a house if you feel in your heart that's the right thing to do, and you love where you are, and it doesn't restrict your freedom, then so be it. But for other people to imply that I must be unhappy because we've moved around from place to place, I do find frustrating. And I just want to share the message that, think about what happiness is to you and ignore what other people are saying. And spend time with people who support who you are and who get who you are, because it's so much more uplifting than spending time or getting messages from people who are trying to, you know, albeit with good intentions, trying to sort of tell you how you feel and tell you what you should be doing. Now obviously with family it's quite difficult to shut them out. You know, the last thing I'd want to do is to not have any relationship with my family members, but I do think that it's important to surround yourself with people who bolster you up and support you and see what you have to offer and see your vision for your life, and that spending time with those people is really, really important. So I thought I'd just share this with you as a reminder that you define your own happiness. Happiness is whatever it is to you, and we change. What we want changes, and the most important thing is to flow with your heart's desires and to keep on pushing for, you know, toward what you want and working out what you want and enjoying the journey and not worrying what other people think. Okay, till next time.